1942, my goodness. Well, we are going to get a little nostalgic for a few minutes. When you were growing up, do you remember reading the Little Golden Books, or maybe you read them to your kids? This is something I totally remember. It's so amazing. Jen Tobias, the Associate Director of Exhibitions and Art Collections at the Denver Botanic Gardens, is here today to fill us in on the history behind these stories. And Jen, you totally unlocked a memory for me when you brought these books in, so thank you.
Yeah, they're so nostalgic, aren't they?
They so are, and it's so funny. So I want to show people, just in case they don't know here. So the golden books are the ones with these like golden spines here, and I'll shimmer it for you guys a little bit. But it's so incredible because seeing them again, especially lined up on top of each other, again, totally unlocked that memory. So how old are some of these stories, Jen?
So Little Golden Books was founded in 1942.
Yes.
So a lot of the stories that you might remember, the classics, are from the 40s and the 50s. But Little Golden Books still publishes today. They publish pop culture things and contemporary books of all sorts. They have about 700 titles.
Oh my gosh, so they're still going, which is so impressive here. So can you share more about the history of these? Because again, these books are just bringing back so many great memories.
Well, when Little Golden Books started, children's books weren't super accessible to everybody. They were actually kind of expensive.
Okay.
And so Little Golden Books was interested in creating something that was a lot more accessible. And so they actually used this uniform format, like you were talking about, to create a product that was more inexpensive. And so as a result, it was easier to get your hands on. It was more accessible. And then they put them in places like grocery stores that families could easily get. And then they paired it with really amazing illustrators that made them popular with kids.
Wow, that is so amazing. And I always love, again, seeing kind of the collection of them together with the golden spines. It really makes you just want to curl up and read a book on a day like today, right?
Absolutely.
Which is so great. Okay, so what makes the illustrations so unique? I mean, we look at a book like this, like the saggy baggy elephant here, and the illustrations are so different. Tell me about them.
Yeah, Little Golden Books has worked with a lot of really amazing illustrators, illustrators who are just great at bringing these stories to life. So they've worked with people like, for example, Richard Scarry. People are familiar with him from the Busy Town series.
Yeah.
And then as well, they also worked with a number of illustrators who also worked for Disney. So for example, they worked with Gustav Tenggren, who illustrated The Pokey Little Puppy, The Tawny Scrawny Lion, some of these real classics.
Yes.
He also worked on Snow White.
Wow.
They also worked with Mary Blair. She did a book called I Can Fly for Little Golden Books, as well as a number of others. And then also for Disney, she worked on Peter Pan, Alice in Wonderland. And so they worked with some really incredible people.
Yes, definitely. And oh my gosh, the puppy is my favorite. The Pokey Little Puppy.
Yes,
I remember that one from
me
growing
too.
up for sure. Oh my goodness. So a whole exhibition on these books will be on display soon at the Botanic Gardens. This is so great. What can we expect from the exhibition itself?
Yeah, the exhibition opens this weekend and then it runs through February 18th.
Okay.
And the exhibition features original illustrations for these books. So illustrations from the 40s, 50s, and 60s. And many of them are the kind of classics, the vintage classics that you might have grown up with. So things like the Tawny Scrawny Lion and Scuffy the Tugboat and Tootle and the Pokey Little Puppy. We also have a reading nook, so a place where parents and kiddos can really settle in and just spend some time with the books. And then we have scavenger hunt too for the little ones.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so Jen, you just unlocked another memory for me because you said Scuffy, which I did not realize was the golden book. That's so crazy. So growing up, my dad had just a little like boat that we kept on the Cherry Creek Reservoir, and he didn't name it or anything, but we always called it Scuffy because of that book. And I did not realize that was a golden book. That's so crazy.
Yes,
oh my gosh, that was also one of my favorites too, guys. Okay, so how did these all end up at the Botanic Garden?
So this is a traveling exhibition. It was organized by the National Center for Children's Illustrated Literature, which is based in Texas.
Okay.
And when we came across it, we were really struck by how powerful this connection is in children's literature between children and nature. It's just such a strong connection between kiddos and trees and plants and animals and all those fun things that we love to talk about. And you can't not fall in love with these illustrations. We just knew it was going to be the perfect fit.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh. So have you guys gotten a lot of families coming out saying, hey, we've grown up with these books, or can't wait to read our kids these books one day again, kind of thing?
Absolutely. Absolutely, absolutely. It's so nostalgic for adults, and kids love, love, love these books. We've had so much fun watching people introduce their kiddos to favorites from their own childhood.
I bet. I can only imagine. So do you guys have different programs connected to this exhibition itself?
We do. We have a whole bunch of programs. We have tours of the exhibition, as well as the other exhibitions in the galleries. We have classes about the art of storybooks through our School of Botanical Art and Illustration. No experience necessary. You don't have to be an artist to take these classes.
Okay.
We also have programming through our library. We have kiddo programs, all kinds of fun stuff.
Wow, there is so much to do and so much to learn. So how do people get tickets, all of that?
Yeah, so the exhibition is included with admission, and you can get tickets either online or at the door.
Amazing. And I have to ask, I mean, you told me in the commercial break, but they need to know, what's your favorite?
Tawny Scrawny Lion.
Tawny
I made sure to
Scrawny.
bring that. I'm not sure where it is here, but it's hands down my favorite.
Definitely. There you go. You have to bring your favorite.
Absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely.
Well, Jen, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Look at all of these amazing memories you've unlocked, and can't wait for people to get out there and really experience what it's like to read these books, especially with these illustrations. So thank you, Jen.
Likewise, thank you.
Of course. All right, you guys, the Golden Legacy original art from 80 years of Golden Books exhibition opens this Saturday. Admission to this is included with your ticket to the garden. So plan your visit now at botanicgardens.org.